The whole housing market is stacked towards profit and against people. In a country as wealthy as ours, everybody should have a secure home. We are in a housing crisis. Rents and mortgages are going through the roof, and people are waiting years and years for a public home as the waiting list grows longer. It is incredibly stressful trying to find and keep secure housing, and it doesn't need to be. Labor likes to say it's tackling the housing crisis, but really it is making it worse. It's pushing up rents, pushing up mortgages, and giving billions in tax concessions to property moguls who've got more than 3 properties. It's time to end the handouts and ensure that everyone has a secure place to live. To achieve that, we need a rent freeze now, we need to build more affordable and public homes, and we need to do it now. Labor likes to say no one will be left behind, but renters are being left behind. We need a rent freeze now. Rents are going through the roof. Real wages are going backwards at the fastest rate on record. More and more people can't keep their head above water. And yet this government likes to pat itself on the back and give itself an achievement award for giving some renters about $1 a day. Labor is choosing not to address the rental crisis. Labor has chosen to spend $313 billion on stage 3 tax cuts for the wealthy. And Labor has chosen to give $74 billion to property moguls with 3 or more properties who are determined to drive up the cost of housing. Rent control is a reasonable response to this crisis. It is unreasonable to expect a young person to be able to afford the rent when their landlord lifts it $200 a week. We can control the cost of rents. Prime Minister claims that rent controls are fairy dust, but he is wrong. Labor can drive this through National Cabinet, holding every seat at the table except for Tasmania. We've had rent controls before, and we can have rent controls again. Labor might not care about renters, but you better believe that the Greens do.